Nestled quietly in the heart of northern Vietnam, just 100 kilometers south of the bustling capital of Hanoi, lies a tranquil retreat, often overlooked by those captivated by the country's more famous destinations. This peaceful province, Ninh Binh, remains a hidden gem, cherished by those who seek to discover Vietnam's softer, gentler side, where ancient history and spiritual serenity meet dramatic landscapes in a harmonious embrace. Known affectionately as Halong Bay on land, Ninh Binh offers a visual spectacle unlike any other. Here, limestone karsts, those same imposing pillars that rise from the emerald waters of Halong Bay, soar instead from rolling fields of lush green rice paddies and meandering rivers. The contrast is striking. Sharp mountain silhouettes etched against endless sky, their bases rooted in a sea of vibrant green. And all around, life moves with the quiet confidence of tradition. Accessible by car, bus, or train, Ninh Binh is an easy journey from Hanoi, making it the perfect escape for those craving a slower pace and deeper connection with Vietnam's natural and cultural wonders. Yet despite its convenient location, the province has managed to preserve an atmosphere of tranquility. There is space to breathe, to listen to the birdsong, and to witness the gentle rhythms of rural life. An antidote to the frenetic energy found in Vietnam's cities. At the heart of Ninh Binh's appeal lies the Trang An Landscape Complex, a UNESCO World Heritage Site celebrated not only for its breathtaking scenery, but also for its rich historical and cultural significance. Here, visitors can embark on unforgettable boat rides, gliding through labyrinthine networks of waterways that carve their way through caves and verdant valleys. The experience is made all the more memorable by the locals who expertly row traditional paddle boats, sometimes using nothing more than their agile feet to propel visitors forward. There is a quiet grace to this ancient practice, a demonstration of both skill and ingenuity, passed down through generations. Each boat journey through Trang An is a sensory delight. The soft ripple of water, the chorus of frogs and birds, the sudden coolness as your boat slips into a shadowy grotto, all combine to create an atmosphere of peaceful reverence. Emerging from the darkness, sunlight dances on the water, and the stark limestone cliffs tower overhead, cloaked in wild vegetation. The air is heavy with the hum of nature and the scent of earth and water. A similar magic awaits at Tam Coc, where another stunning river cruise offers front-row views of golden rice fields bordered by soaring mountains. The name Tam Coc, meaning 3 caves, refers to the natural caverns carved into the mountainside through which your journey will pass. During the late spring harvest season, from late May to early June, these paddies shimmer in shades of gold, creating a mesmerizing tapestry seen nowhere else. Yet, Tam Coc is beautiful year-round, with the months of March and April, and again in September and October, also providing excellent conditions for exploration. The landscapes shift with the seasons, and each visit offers something new for the adventurous soul. Rising up from the tapestry of rice fields and rivers is Bich Dong Pagoda, a serene spiritual site where architecture and nature exist in perfect harmony. Built into the very cliff face of a lush mountain, this ancient temple complex dates back centuries. As you ascend its weathered stone steps, glimpses of Buddha statues and incense-filled halls are revealed, and each level brings a deeper sense of tranquility. The panoramic views from the top invite reflection, blessing visitors with a sense of peace and connection to the spiritual heart of the land. Ninh Binh is not only a place of natural beauty, but also a region rich in the annals of Vietnamese history. It was here, in the plains surrounded by natural fortifications, that Hoa Lu was chosen as the seat of Vietnam's first capital back in the 10th century. The ancient city, though quietly unassuming today, holds great significance as the cradle of the Vietnamese nation. Amidst the shaded ruins and lotus-filled ponds, the echoes of the past mingle with the present. Within Hoa Lu stand the venerable Den and Le Temple, dedicated to the kings who led the fledgling country through its earliest trials. The temples themselves are masterpieces of traditional architecture, featuring intricately carved woodwork, stately gateways, and sacred altars. Walking through their halls, you are invited to imagine the dramas of court and conflict that once unfolded here. Stories of betrayal, unity, and the birth of a nation. For those drawn to the heights, adventure awaits at Mua Cave, or Hang Mua. The ascent is not for the faint of heart. 500 stone steps wind their way up the steep mountainside, each one a testament to endurance. But atop the summit, a majestic dragon statue graces the ridgeline, watching over the landscape with ancient wisdom. The panoramic view that greets you is unforgettable. The sweep of Tam Coc's rivers, the patchwork of rice fields, and the jagged peaks beyond, all spread beneath the sky. It is a view that has launched 1,000 photographs, but must truly be seen in person to be felt in the heart. Nature enthusiasts find wonder at Thung Nam Bird Park, a unique ecotourism destination famed for its thriving natural bird sanctuary. A gentle walk through the park reveals shaded paths, tranquil lakes, and hundreds of bird species nesting in their natural habitat. At dusk, flocks of storks and herons return to roost in the trees, a spectacle of synchronized motion and sound celebrated by locals and visitors alike. The air here feels fresher, alive with the songs of the wild. Another treasure lies in the Van Long Nature Reserve, the largest wetland in northern Vietnam. Van Long is a place of reflection and quiet beauty, where mirror-like waters perfectly capture the dramatic silhouettes of the limestone mountains. Here, the silence is broken only by the plash of a paddle or the distant cry of a bird. It is a sanctuary for photographers and lovers of serenity, offering tranquil boat rides and a rare chance to spot the endangered Delacour's langur, a species of primate native to the region. Yet, to truly understand Ninh Binh, one must go beyond its landmarks and landscapes. The province's greatest gift is the opportunity to connect with its people. In the rice fields and riverside villages, you will find local farmers still practicing traditional methods passed down for centuries. With a warm smile, they may invite you to join them, planting rice in the sun-warmed earth, casting nets for fish with practiced grace, or learning the secrets of their kitchen gardens. These are moments of authentic cultural immersion, as rich and memorable as any palace or panorama. Among the fields and mountains, spiritual sites are scattered like hidden jewels. Shrines and temples built into cliffs, gentle Buddha statues tucked under the canopy of ancient trees, and incense drifting through mountain air, each a quiet invitation to pause and reflect. Some of these places are well known. Others require a spirit of curiosity to find. All share a sense that the land itself holds stories, wisdom, and sacredness that reach beyond the boundaries of modern life. The atmosphere in Ninh Binh is distinctly its own. While the world marvels at Halong Bay's floating towers, here the crowds are thinner, the pace gentler, and the landscapes no less grand. In Ninh Binh there is time to linger, to let the peace of the water and the openness of the fields seep into your soul. Quiet moments, like watching morning mist rising over the paddies or hearing the distant hum of temple bells, leave an imprint, lasting long after one's journey has ended. It is this profound serenity, woven with the richness of history, nature, and spiritual tradition, that sets Ninh Binh apart. Each visitor leaves carrying a piece of its magic, a memory of a boat ride through silent caves, a glimpse of ancient kings' legacies, the sweetness of golden rice at sunset, the kindness of a farmer, or the cool breeze at a pagoda's gate. For many, Ninh Binh is a place not merely to visit, but to be experienced on a deeper level. Here, every sight and sound is an invitation to slow down and truly listen to the wisdom of the river, the patience of the stone, and the gentle guidance of a culture shaped by centuries of reverence for both the land and the spirit. As your journey in Ninh Binh comes to a close, pause for a moment at the edge of a rice paddy or atop a mountain step. Look out at the landscape, timeless and ever-changing, and let yourself feel the quiet wonder of a place both ancient and alive. In the shadow of the karsts, beneath the watchful eyes of temple guardians, and among the golden fields, Vietnam's past and present stand together. quiet witnesses to the beauty and resilience of a land that has, for centuries, offered sanctuary and inspiration to all who pass through. This is Ninh Binh, a tapestry of nature, history, and spiritual beauty, patiently waiting for you to discover its secrets. And soon, the adventure continues. In the next chapter of our journey through northern Vietnam, we'll leave the gentle lowlands behind and venture into the dramatic highlands. Our path will wind through misty mountain passes, lush forests, and remote ethnic villages, where tales of endurance and adventure are etched into the very stones. From challenging treks to breathtaking views, get ready for a taste of Vietnam's untamed wilderness, where every step brings a new discovery. Cycling through the countryside of Ninh Binh opens up a world that feels unchanged by time. As you set off on two wheels, gentle breezes carry the scent of damp earth and distant wood smoke. The path leads you past rice paddies where stalks wave in rippling green seas, and water buffaloes lumber beneath the gaze of towering limestone cliffs. Tiny villages appear along the road, each with a story unfolding in the quiet rhythm of daily life. Children wave from doorways, roosters crow, and old bicycles lean against moss-covered walls. Your ride may take you underneath sheer rock faces that rise suddenly, as if the land is exhaling its ancient secrets, and every turn unveils another postcard view. Lotus ponds dotted with pink blossoms, farmers in conical hats tending their fields, narrow lanes edged with wildflowers. Cycling here becomes more than travel. It's an invitation to breathe deeply, look closely, and let time slow to the pace of a pedal stroke. Venture further into the traditional villages, and you'll discover living crafts preserved through generations. In ceramic workshops, artisans shape clay with practiced hands, spinning vases and bowls before firing them in wood-fed kilns. Inside simple studios, hung with patterns and tools, hand-woven baskets take shape, each strip of bamboo softening in water before being coaxed into intricate designs. You might be invited for tea in a family-run homestay where laughter bubbles up from shared stories and the smell of home-cooked meals drifts from the kitchen. Here, the hospitality is warm and unhurried. You become part of the local fabric, learning that community isn't just a word, but a way of living and welcoming outsiders as friends. Finding the perfect place to stay in Ninh Binh is all about atmosphere. For immersion in local life, homestays in Tam Coc bring you closer to the land and its people. Wake to the sound of herons, breakfast overlooking the fields, and evenings spent chatting on a breezy porch. In Trang An, boutique hotels blend comfort and history, often designed to echo the region's heritage with carved wood, quiet courtyards, and balconies that frame limestone summits. If you're searching for true serenity, eco-lodges by the river offer the soothing sounds of flowing water, and footpaths that meander through gardens or lead down to a private dock. Whichever you choose, every option here is a retreat, an opportunity to reflect, recharge, and soak in the natural wonder that surrounds you. Ninh Binh's cuisine reflects its landscape, robust, distinctive, and deeply tied to tradition. Adventurous eaters will savor local goat meat, or de nuit, tender and richly flavored, often served alongside mountain herbs or wrapped in fresh leaves. Try crispy rice, or com che, a dish that transforms leftover grains into golden, crunchy squares topped with savory pork floss and scallion oil. Don't miss mountain snails, foraged after the rains and cooked with lemongrass and chili for a texture both chewy and rewarding. These are flavors of the land, earthy, hearty, and celebrated in simple village kitchens as much as roadside eateries. Vegetarians have plenty to celebrate as well. Many local pagodas offer meals inspired by Buddhist traditions. Steamed rice accompanied by plates of stir-fried morning glory, tender tofu braised in tomato sauce, and sweet squash soup. Markets brim with an array of greens, roots, and herbs, ensuring plenty of fresh options throughout the year. Ask for a pagoda-style meal to taste dishes that are as nourishing for the soul as for the body, thoughtfully cooked without meat, but brimming with flavor. To truly feel the pulse of Ninh Binh, visit its local markets at first light. In the cool hush of morning, stalls fill with pyramids of dragon fruit, baskets of wriggling fish, and piles of sticky rice cakes wrapped in banana leaves. The wet market is alive with calls and laughter, vendors squatting beside buckets of snails fresh from the mountains, old women threading flower garlands, men haggling good-naturedly over the day's catch. Grab a snack, perhaps a skewered pork roll or a sweet banggai bun, and stroll through the lively rows, learning about the region not by reading, but by tasting, smelling, and sharing a smile. Mark your calendar for local festivals, especially the Truong Yen Festival in Hoa Lu. This celebration transforms the ancient capital into a tapestry of music, color, and reverence, honoring the memory of Vietnam's earliest kings and recounting legends beneath banners and lanterns. Watch folk troops perform, sample festival foods, and join the townsfolk in prayers and parades. Participation means connecting to a culture that treasures both its heroes and its everyday traditions, a reminder that history is not just learned, but lived. Ninh Binh prides itself on eco-friendly tourism, and travelers are encouraged to do their part to safeguard these irreplaceable landscapes. Choose sustainable lodges with solar lighting or bamboo straws instead of plastic, and tread softly when exploring caves, riverbanks, or mountain trails. Carry a reusable bottle and bag. Respect not only nature, but the harmony of rural life, taking care to leave every space as beautiful as you found it. Remember, the most memorable journeys are those that tread lightly on the world. For photographers and daydreamers alike, Ninh Binh offers a feast of unforgettable vistas. Climb to the peak at Mua Cave for a panoramic sweep, the snaking river below, the patchwork fields and karst outcrops melting into the haze. Glide by boat along the Trang An River, its mirrored surface broken by purple water lilies and the silent passage of boats beneath limestone arches. In Tam Coc, golden fields catch the sun, their colors shifting from bright green to russet gold, depending on the season. Cross the arched bridge at Bich Dong in early light, when soft mist lends an otherworldly grace to temple courtyards and lotus ponds reflecting ancient pagoda roofs. Every sunrise and sunset brings new light, casting cliffs and valleys in dramatic relief, begging to be captured or simply remembered in quiet awe. Sunrise and sunset in Ninh Binh aren't just photo opportunities. They're perfect moments to pause, breathe, and let the world grow silent. At dawn, mist pools on the water and hills float like islands in a sea of white. At dusk, the sky glows apricot and gold, and the land slips into velvet blue tranquility. Whether you're launching a drone for the perfect aerial view or simply watching the day begin or end from a riverside bench, these hours are the heartbeats of the landscape, profound, fleeting, and full of wonder. Many wonder whether to visit Ninh Binh as a day trip or to stay overnight. While day trippers can catch the highlights, the real magic unfolds over 2 or 3 nights. Stay longer to watch the towns wake up, to greet the sunrise from a peaceful homestay, or to hear frogs sing after nightfall. Take time to wander, to chat with locals, to find a favorite cafe, and to explore hidden paths without rush. In slowing down, you experience not just the sights, but the spirit of the place, a sense of peace intertwined with a gentle energy that lingers long after you leave. Traveling in Ninh Binh is about enjoying both serenity and spontaneity, but do keep a few safety tips in mind. The sun can be deceptively strong. Apply sunblock, wear a hat, and drink plenty of water, especially in the hotter months. If you're visiting temples or quiet spiritual sites, keep voices low out of respect, dress modestly, and move gently. Country roads invite exploration, but be alert for roaming animals, motorcycles, and the occasional patch of bumpy ground. Traveling is simplest when you pack curiosity and a little caution. Reaching Ninh Binh couldn't be easier. From Hanoi, take a train, 2 hours of scenic ride, windows filled with shifting landscapes, or hop on a bus, which offers plenty of connections and a smooth, direct route. For those who prefer privacy or are traveling as a group, hiring a private car provides flexibility to stop along the way for photos, snacks, or unplanned detours. However you choose to travel, the journey itself offers the first glimpse of why this region is called the Halong Bay on land. To best enjoy Ninh Binh tranquil beauty, aim for a weekday visit if you can, steering clear of national holidays and weekends when local tourists arrive in numbers. On quieter days, temples feel hushed, the rivers less crowded, and trails almost private. You'll have the photo spots and the peace nearly to yourself. Weather here is a character all its own. Rain falls heavily from July to August, feeding the rivers and painting the fields a deeper green. If you're traveling in the wet season, pack waterproof gear, a light rain jacket, and sturdy shoes with good grip. Adventure is better with dry feet and a smile. Outside of these months, the climate is mild and pleasant, especially in spring and autumn, when cool breezes and blue skies beckon you outside from sunrise to starlight. Travel costs are pleasingly easy on the wallet. Local meals rarely cost more than $1 to $3 and are as filling as they are flavorful. Boat trips through Tam Coc or Trang An average $5 to $10. Consider sharing with friends or other travelers to keep the price low and the experience lively. Entry to most temples, caves, and natural sites falls under $3, leaving you plenty of room in your budget for those extra market snacks, handmade souvenirs, or a sunset drink overlooking the fields. In Ninh Binh, a little goes a very long way. When you come not just for sights, but for stories, the ones told over sticky rice in a market stall, or shared at dawn with other travelers as mist rolls over the hills. Come with an open heart and a willingness to slow down, to let small wonders reveal themselves. Taste the landscape in every bite, explore with both feet and senses, and let yourself be surprised by the quiet generosity of the people whose lives are shaped by river, field, and stone. Ninh Binh is a treasure not yet worn thin by crowds or commerce. It is powerful in its scale, those cliffs, those rivers, those sprawling ancient valleys, and peaceful in the detail. The glint of dragonflies on jade water, the shy smile of a child offering a flower, the sound of prayer at dusk, or the lilt of an old song drifting from a homestay kitchen. It is a place where nature and history meet, where every sunrise offers a new beginning, and every sunset leaves you a little more connected to the land, and perhaps to yourself. So come for the breathtaking views, and stay for the warmth of welcome. Cycle the winding roads, admire the skill of village craftsmen, and eat like a local. Wander markets filled with color and chaos, paddle rivers shaded by ancient cliffs, and witness celebrations that honor centuries of heritage. Embrace eco-friendly travel, knowing that every mindful choice protects what makes this region such a wonder. Whether you're here to seek adventure or serenity, culinary delights or quiet reflection, Ninh Binh rewards every kind of traveler. Let yourself be surprised by the texture of life behind every hill, the stories whispered by every stone, and the peace found in every tranquil sunrise. Ninh Binh waits, a hidden gem where the power of nature is matched only by the gentleness of its people, and where every traveler finds a piece of themselves reflected in the still water beneath the ancient cliffs.